It's only just hit me that this is actually my 5th season in management. It feels like it's not been that long at all. And in that time, I've never won a title. But this year it could happen. I could finally bring a title to Billericay and get it filed away into the history books. Do you get it? Filed away? Because we're playing filed away. Top of the table clash. Ah. It's funny. Yeah, okay, I kind of forced the joke in there a little bit. I still found it funny. Hello everybody, welcome back to TYC. First off, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that's kind of shown me a lot of support over the last week. As we all know, I've kind of now gone back to work. Things have been a little bit hectic. It's kind of mucked up my usual schedule of videos this week. I'm hoping next week I'll be back to normal. But just thank you very much for all your support. And obviously, if you are enjoying the series, if you're enjoying everything that you're seeing on the channel, then please do drop a like on this video. And with good reason, because I could be in a bad mood by the end of it, depending on how we get on against Filed. Because nothing has happened since the last episode, and we're on a 5-game winning streak, and you know what that means. It means that we are top of the table, 6 points out of Stockport, File have a game in hand, we're 7 points clear of them. So if they win their game in hand, it's down to 4, but more importantly, if we beat File today, we extend that by a further 3 points, and more importantly, we knock them down a little bit to size. So I've made a few changes to the normal lineup, mainly just because of fitness reasons. Besant's in goal, and you've got Ramsey's filling on the left-hand side today. Kerr and Swain make up the partnership in the middle of defence with Ryan Grant on the right. Then you've got Dinsmore and Mitchell in the middle. Mitchell coming in for Baba, who's been playing very well recently, but I feel like I need to give him a rest ahead of the File game. Allen's on the left, Diallo is in the middle, Crosswell is on the right as Callum Madden is still injured, and of course it's Dale Carlton up front, fresh off a few goals in the last episode. Hopefully he can continue that good form. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling like we're going to win. I can feel it. Right, so Barrow not doing particularly well in the league. This is a game we really should be winning, and I've told the boys, go on and carry straight on from where you did in the last match, where we obviously had that lovely 5-2 win. We have to keep the momentum going. Keep the goals coming. Keep it flowing. There's a bit of a kit clash here. It's white v very light grey. Is that light grey? Or is that really, really light pastel-y green? Boston United, who are in second at the moment, are playing at the same time as us now. And they are losing to Eastleigh, so that is good news. As Dinsmore whips the ball in, and I think Swain's been fouled off the ball there. Tom Dinsmore runs in to take the penalty. God, he's keen. Dinsmore's been absolutely brilliant since I've reinstated him instead of Sonny Graham in the middle of the midfield. Tom Dinsmore steps up. Tom Dinsmore scores. Tom Dinsmore? Tom Dinsmore! Oh, Dimsmore. I love it. He's not dim, he's very bright, and he's providing a bright spark so far this season. That is such a cliched and cheesy thing, honestly. That whiffs of Wensleydale. Well, it's been just the start we were after, really. We've dominated the game, we've had all the chances, all the highlights, and we're 1-0 up. As they hit it just wide, Joe Beston there, I think, just about had it covered. But with Joe, you're never really 100% sure, are you? You never feel safe. Because he could turn back into Joe Besant at any moment. One thing I will say, actually, is if I do get the chance, I'm definitely going to buy myself a Billericay shirt if we do win the title this year, because I've grown in love with this side. The amount of work that I've put into this team, the amount of time we spent there, the amount of quality games and good memories I've got, I really want to buy a Billericay shirt. I would love to have bought one for every team all the way through the same, but this is the first team that we've come to where I feel a real connection. I had one at Pontypridd, but this is different. I won my first silverware at Pontypridd with the really I can't even remember what the name of the bloody trophy was, but we never did win a league. This would be amazing. To get ourselves a promotion, to win the league would be the biggest, obviously the biggest thing in my career. To get us into proper professional league football, it'd be the first time I'm managing in professional league football. It'd be absolutely brilliant if we could do that this year. And at the moment, we look on course for it as Bobby Crosswell runs in on goal. Bobby Crosswell hits it straight at Dixon. Like, literally not even either side. Just bang, straight down the throat. Well, we definitely dominated the first half. There's no getting around that. But I feel a lot better if we could just get a second goal. And I've realised I said better. It's better. Better. You don't say water, you say water. My enunciation is not correct, darling. 1-0, Tom Dinsmore penalty so far doing the business and Boston United losing. So all is going quite well. I'm expecting a little bit more in the way of fireworks. We've not really got the ball into Carlton at all. Allen's had a quiet game again. Crosswell's quite tired, so I'm probably going to have to take him off at some stage. And the same with Tom Dinsmore. We've done enough, but I haven't been impressed. And as long as it's 1-0 on FM, there is always the possibility that you're going to concede a daft goal, as easily make it 2-0 against Boston. You can't see them coming back from that. Good news for us. Oh my God, there's a highlight here in the 68th minute. Please do not let them score. Mitchell back into Graham. Graham on the ball. Nice ball forward there. Finds Allen. Great touch by Allen. Allen drives inside. He hits it. Low and hard. It was a decent effort, but a good save by Dixon. We've had shots, but they've all been pretty easy to save. It's a highlight. We have the ball, but it's in their half, and I'm worried now. Mitchell out to Ramsey. Let's move that out of the way. Ramsey gives the ball away there. Grant on it. Do not give the ball away in a stupid position. Swain into Graham. Graham back to Grant. Grant hits it forward. A bit aimless there. Davies is on it, and this is what I was worried about. They've hit it long, over the top. Chukwu is in. This is literally going to be their first highlight and goal. Decent save by Joe Besson. Well done, mate. We're going to go off attacking. We're going to go positive. I don't care. Just shut up shop. Boston United look like they've equalised, so that's taking them up into second position. But we have ground out a very dull 1-0 win. And I'm sorry for the lack of excitement in that. Hopefully there'll be a bit more in the File game. Having said that, if we win that 1-0 and it's boring as anything, I won't care either. So there you go, 1-0. That takes us 9 points clear at the top of the table from Boston United. File to have 2 games in hand, don't forget. They're 10 points behind. But if we beat them, suddenly we are very much in the driving seat. I already feel like we are, but if we can just stamp home our authority, we're going to be in absolute business. Oh, I've won Manager of the Month. Oh, stop it. Honestly, an 85% win ratio. Yes. The board are happy with me, and how can they not be? We're absolutely flying at the moment. We are doing much more than everyone thought physically possible at the start of this season. This could well be our year. Is it our year? I just realised we were playing on New Year's Eve against Barrow. There's so many jokes I could have made. Not really fireworks here tonight. Brand new year, same old story. I mean, there were loads. Loads! Fylde have fallen down to 5th now, but again, that is mainly because they are the ones that have got games in hand. And if this wasn't pressure enough, Billericay closing in on new record-winning run. The most games we've ever won in a row is 6. Currently, we've won 6 in a row. So if we beat Fylde today, we set a new club record for the amount of wins in a row. Big things, I know. Oh, I love this. I've been offered a new contract as well. Strive to make progress on and off the pitch. No problem. Apparently, we're just going to be continuing to challenge for Vanarama national playoff places, which is something I can definitely do. 1.2k a week. Oof. Yes, please. Might go get my own place soon. Forget Arsene. Don't need it. And honestly, at the moment, I don't really see me wanting to go to any team other than Billericay unless I get headhunted. Genuinely, unless I get headhunted by someone, I can't see me wanting to leave at any point. So here it is. It's a completely even record against Fylde. 4 wins each and 2 draws in 10 games. Very even Steven so far. So I've only made a couple of changes from the last game, which is that D'Souza comes back in at left back. He's probably been one of our best players this season, to be fair. Very, very consistent. So Ramsey's gone back out to the right. Grant drops out. Babura's in the Mazzala role, as Mitchell didn't have his best game last time, and that is essentially it. Other than that, it is as you were. And I'm looking for a slightly better performance. Hopefully there'll be a little bit more room in this game. I get the impression that Fylde will come out and they'll try and attack us, and we will try and attack them. The big news here is I do not see James Tierney. I do not see him. Where is he? Jamie Tierney is injured. He's injured today. That is big. He's got 15 goals so far this season in the league. He's second only to Dale Carlton. Brilliant. This gives me a lot more confidence. I'm feeling much better now. I'm going to say we owe Fylde after what happened in the last match. They beat us earlier on the season. First game of the season, actually. 4-1 we got beaten. I do not want that again. We cannot have a repeat. This is it. Come on, boys. Let's go out there. Let's get stuck in and let's win this game. It's arguably the biggest game of the season so far. So far, we've not had one highlight, which makes me think that this has been a very cagey, very dicey affair. No one's really willing to commit too much to start with, as Diallo gets on the ball now in the first highlight. Baba on it. Baba back to Dinsmore. That's decent play from the two of them. Dinsmore, lovely ball looking forward. Not quite. Rydell's got it, but a good header by Kurt. Now, Diallo on the ball. Go on, mate. Show why you're one of the best players in the league. Kyle Allen drifts in. Allen hits it. It's straight at Fisher. Oh, if that had been along the ground into the far corner, there was a chance there. It's not a great finish from Allen. And Carlton has not showed up at any point yet today. I've not seen him touch the ball in a highlight. Genuinely haven't seen him touch the ball yet. Another highlight, this time of 40 minutes. So we haven't got long left before the half-time whistle. Are we going to take a lead in to the half-time break, or are File going to hit us on the counter? Bobby Crosswell here does really well. Crosswell drifts inside, hits it absolutely miles wide. That sums up the first half, to be fair. Really, really poor from both teams. No one willing to budge an inch. We've probably just about shaded it, considering that we're the away team. We've had more possession, we've had more shots. They've had more on target. Very, very cagey stuff here. And at the moment, it's not shaping up to the most entertaining episode in the world. But it is very, very high stakes football at the moment. So you're going to forgive me for not being too worried if we don't win this game. Or if I don't score 7 goals. Every highlight has started with us having the ball. And we've looked like the more likely team to score. That much is for certain. But it's just the fact that we haven't done it yet. Crosswell, though, on the ball. He hits it. I mean, he could have played it through to Darryl Carlton there, but again, like, just not enough guile, not enough movement. It's not really been a very good performance as Cooney gets on the ball. He hits it long. That's a decent take by Bobby Crosswell. He probably is having the best game of any of the players out there at the moment. He looks like the one player that's really going to make stuff happen. That's a decent ball over the top. What a save by Joe Besson. What a save. It was a great ball over the top. Caught us off at the with the offside trap, and what a save. Good out of there by Charlie Swain, gets it clear. My two best players, Diallo and Carlton, both playing at 6.4s at the moment. Neither of them stepping up to the plate. Neither of them really wanting to take a grasp of this game and take it by the scruff of the neck and go and win it. And that's what's annoying me. At the moment, I'm relying on other players to do that. If I had Madden, I'd feel a lot better. Honestly, one of the poorest sets of games of FM you are ever likely to see, this one on the Barrow one. Just nothing has happened. Genuinely nothing has happened in this game as we enter the last 10 minutes. Nothing. We've not a sausage. Just nothing. Nothing to commentate on. It's just been dull as dishwater, but there is a highlight. As File hit it long, and Swartridge gets on the ball, and he's got away from D'Souza there. D'Souza chasing him now. It's a good ball into the back post. This is a goal. I can feel it. Scott hits it. Oh, what a save by Joe Besson. Oh, got to hit the bar. I thought Besson had saved it. If he had, that would have been an absolute worldie. But they hit the bar. Not been our best performance. I'll take a 0-0 away at File. But you kind of can't really help the feeling that we're not hitting a rut. But we've been struggling to score there. We got 1 goal in today's episode. 1 goal, and that was from a penalty. It's not really good enough going forward. I'm going to assertively say not good enough. Defensively, brilliant. Like, Swain and Kerr at the back were superb, but going forward, atrocious. Just awful. Well, that was a bit of a stinker. I'm sorry. I was hoping that there'd be a lot more excitement today. All you need to know, though, is that we are still top of the pile, and we're going to take a little bit of a jump forward in time until we play Dunfermline in the Tunnocks Wafer Cup semi-final. And then what I might try and do is also fit the Stockport game in and around that. Maybe I'll try and do it as a triple header, because obviously to make up for the fact that today's one's been not the best episode in the world in terms of highlights. Let's go with Dunfermline, Kettering and Stockport as a triple header, because that could be big. We could get into our second kind of like big cup final, if you like, if you want to class this as a big cup for us. And then obviously playing Stockport at home, considering that they're second in the league at the moment, are the only team that look really like threatening us for the league title. It should make for a really, really good episode. At least I hope so. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, please do drop a like on the video, share and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next episode of the TYC. Stay cool.